Hello children, once again welcome to my class. We had been studying lesson 2 and the lesson was respect towards peers. Who are peers, children? Peers are our friends, and we had studied about 3 small situations. Remember that? Oh, there were not 3, there were 4, right? So the first one was about John and Alia playing basketball, remember? And when their friends said, let me also play, Manu said, let me also play, and John disrespectfully chased him away. I don't want you, he said. And then we had 2 children, Joe and Vinny, standing in the line, waiting to get their food. And who comes in? The naughty Ramesh. He came in and he stood first. He came last, but he stood first. And then children, we also had Asha. Asha asked something in the class and her friend Susan. What did Susan do? She immediately spoke out the answer without raising her hand. I'm sure all of you remember all this. And now when we turn the page, we have got another story about a girl called Amina. Amina was feeling hungry. She wanted to buy something and she asked her friend Binu, will you come along with me and I want to go and get a snack? Binu said, I have no money. And what did Amina do? Amina purchased a snack for her friend as well. And what did Binu say to her children? Binu said, thank you very much. That's what he said. He didn't say thank you very much. He said, thanks a lot. But thanks a lot means thank you very much. So now, let's look at the next situation. The class was playing a game of baseball and Adin was on first base. When Misha hit the ball, Adin ran to second base, but he tripped over his shoelace and was out. So his shoelace was opened. He tripped over his own shoelace and he got out. Now, when he got back, Sam said laughingly. Now children, if you fall down and your friend is laughing at you, is that respectful behavior or disrespectful behavior? That is disrespectful behavior. If your friend has fallen down, the first thing that you must do, children, is run to him, sympathetically pick him up. Kindly pick him up. That's what we are supposed to do. But you see, Sam was laughing. And what did he say? Way to go. He was making fun of his friend. Way to go, he said. Way to go, Adin. Next time, tie your shoes. Tie up your laces, then you will not fall. But the style of talking was how? Disrespectful. Now, we come to the final and the last situation, children. So, Janki and Hira were reading each other's short stories in school. So, both of them wrote some stories and they were sharing it with each other. They were asked to give each other comments. What are comments, children? Comments are, write this down. Just where you have the word comments in your book, see here, where you have the word comments in your book, you just underline that and write this. Comments are suggestions. Suggestions which will help us to improve. So both of them are supposed to give comments to each other. About what, children? About their stories. So you see, Janki said, now what did Janki say? I think you describe your setting really well. So what is setting, children? Setting means the place in the story. So Janki says, you have done it very well. Well done, Hira. You have done it very well. I can see where it takes place in my mind. If I just close my eyes, I can see where your story is happening. Then it was the time for Hira to speak. Now Now what did Hira say? Hira said, the things you have your characters say really keeps me interested in your story. So the dialogues of your characters, the dialogues of the people in your story, that keeps me very interested. So what happened, children? Janki and Hira have given to each other. Were they negative suggestions or positive suggestions? Were they negative comments or positive comments? I think they were very positive comments. So that is the end of those situations that we have studied. But now you have to make an analysis. You have to make a study. Who is disrespectful and who is respectful? So all of you, look at my board very carefully. We are on which page, children? We are on page number 15. And you see, you have a box here. I'm showing it to you. There's a box here. And we have to fill up this table. So now, discuss in the class how these students behaved. Were they respectful or were they disrespectful towards their peers, their friends? So, what am I going to do? I'm going to draw the same box for you here, children. So, what do we have? Here we have peers. See, in your book it is not written, but you can write it like how I have done. Now, here we've got respectful. And here, what do we have here? Okay. So what do we have, children? We've got peers, we've got respectful, and we've got disrespectful. Now coming to the first character. The first character in your book is given as John. Now let's all turn back. Remember what was John doing, children? John and Alia, what were they doing? They were playing basketball. And what did John say? He said to his friend, I don't want you, go away. So Manu came and he said, go away. So was John respectful or disrespectful? The answer will be disrespectful. Now, the next name. What do we have, children? The next name is Ramesh. Do you remember what I told you about Ramesh in the previous class? In the last class, I told you Ramesh jumped the queue. It means all his friends were standing in a line and Ramesh went and stood right in front of all of them. He broke the line and went right in front. Why did he do that? He was hungry. But by doing that, he was also disrespectful. So he did not respect the children who were standing in the line. Now we come to the third one, children. Look at the third one. The third one is Susan. Miss Susan, what did she do? Remember, when a question was asked in the class, when Asha asked a question in the class, Susan blurted out the answer. She just spoke out the answer. She did not raise up her hand. So what do we do? Should we write that she was respectful? Never. She was disrespectful. But now we come to another name. Who is that? We come to Amina. Now, how was Amina, children? Was she respectful or was she disrespectful? Do you remember who was Amina? Amina was a girl who was feeling hungry and she told her friend Binu, I want to stop at the store and buy a small snack. And remember, Binu said, I have no money. And Amina purchased a snack for her friend also. Then was she respectful or was she disrespectful? The answer everybody knows. She was respectful. Now we come to Binu. Now Binu is who, children? Binu is Amina's friend. And when Amina purchased a snack for him, what did he say? He replied, "Thanks a lot." Therefore, Binu is also respectful. Now, if you finished writing this, I will rub here and write above the page. Okay, above here. So, I am rubbing this and I am rubbing this. And now, I am going to mark for you the next names. So, this also I will rub. Okay. Now, children, after Binu, whom do we have? We've got Sam. So, here we are. Sam. Was Sam respectful or disrespectful when he laughed at his friend who fell down? You know the answer. He was disrespectful. Here, this is where we have to mark. And then, children, after Sam, we've got two more names. So, I need to rub this also. I'm rubbing Susan now. Here. We've got two more names and you know them both. Who are they? Janki and Hira. Remember, children, Janki and Hira were exchanging short stories. They were reading each other's short stories and then they were asked to make comments. And both of them have given positive comments, positive suggestions. And so, should I mark them as respectful children or disrespectful children? I think I should mark them as respectful children. So, both of them are respectful children. You don't have to write all this. You only have to tick it here in your book. Okay, children? I'm sure you've done it. Now, look there. We've got another exercise. This exercise says, how should I show my respect in different situations? Now, I'm going to give this to you for homework. That is page number 15 and also see here, children, page number 16. I'm going to give this to you for homework. And then when we have our online interaction classes, at that time your teacher will be discussing this with you. Is that clear to everybody? You've understood whatever I told you well? When your teacher asks you questions, all of you, what should you do? Raise your hand and give the correct reply. You must remember to do that, alright? And also, never jump the queue. That is what we learn from these things which you read in your book. Never jump a queue, never speak impolitely, and yes, before you give a reply, always put up your hand. And when your friend falls down, never laugh. You must kindly pick up that person and help that person. So what are the good things you remember in this story, in these different situations? The good things are, we should speak politely. If someone gave us something, we should say thank you. And if you need to buy something for yourself and your friend says, I have no money, then what can you do? You can buy for your friend also if you have enough. If you don't have enough money, you can still do something. What can you do, children? You can say, let us share the snacks. We can share the snacks. Both of us can share. And yes, when you are asked to give a comment, you're asked to say something about your friends, remember, we must always speak nice things about others. When we speak nice things about others, others will also speak nice things about us. Isn't it, children? So, this is the end of our class for today. We will be meeting soon again. And till then, remember, children, read up whatever I have done till today. Thank you, children.